How are you, darling? Love my what? Cat pic? Oh, you do? Oh, I'm so happy. I'm going to put this right here. I already finished my tea. Can you believe it? I drink it and just guzzle it down. I don't know. It's just so yummy. I can't stand it. What have you been doing today? It's Friday. I love a Friday. It's my little date night with my husband, Jeffrey Sean. I'm drinking coffee. Oh, lovely. How do you like your coffee? With cream and sugar. Sugar. Oh, do you like just regular like powder creamer, or do you like liquid creamer? Like Jeffrey Sean has like the vanilla Coffee Mate liquid creamer. That's what he puts in his with cream. Okay, so I'm waiting for you to answer me. I think everyone's so different, don't they? I think the other day I went to, it was yesterday, I think, after my meeting, I went to the Starbucks and I got the, I don't normally, because I love my own, tea. I drink the creamer plain. Oh, okay, okay. And, but yeah, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to, it was really cold yesterday in Florida, so I thought, hello, darling. Hello, Hannah. So I thought I'm going to have a peppermint mocha, and so it was really good. And I got extra like 3 shots of blonde too, and that was probably terrible, terrible thing to do. Remember how hyper I was yesterday, because that the blonde makes it gives you like a lot of caffeine, and I usually do that to like if I'm dragging, I'll be like 3 shots of blonde so I could just like, but that was not a good thing, because I was like bouncing off the walls, let me tell you. Hello, Hannah. Hi, Hannah. Oh, okay, that's so sweet. Okay, so what was I going to say? Yeah, so what you guys doing tonight? What you going? What do you do? Anything fancy? Do anything fancy? I don't do anything really fancy. I mean, I'm a homebody, I mean, I stay home all the time. I mean, not all the time, but a lot of the time. Um, I got to tell you a funny little story. Okay, so we're just prattling, right? This would be like if I had you over for tea, and this is what we're doing. Look at my pretty flowers, my roses. And Jeffrey got me another whole set of roses, 12 roses, yesterday. So those are in our sleeping quarters, and they're like purples and yellows and whites and everything. But I was like, I want all of these. Look how pretty those are. And the little vase, the crystal vase, is from my neighbor, which he's going to be a part of the story as well today. But he gave me tons. You know, like when you people gift you flowers, and they always come in the glass vases. But he's like, I don't want any of these. My wife died a decade ago, and I don't care for these. And so I was like, I thought they were so. I mean, you can see how beautiful it is. Oh, Big Brother final. Oh, it's a final tonight. Oh, is it? Big Brother, is that like a weight loss show? Big Brother, Hannah? Is that like a weight loss show or something? Um, Hello, Mr. Knox of the North. I love that. Oh my God, can you get cuter than that, Mr. Oh my God, is that a cottage that I see in your profile? Oh my God, you're in Liverpool. Oh, you're killing me, darling. You're killing me. Um, my son and I hate disruption. Moved at home. Let me put my glasses on because this is ridiculous. Y'all want to hear my what was I going to tell you? Oh, I was going to tell you about the target, okay? And then I'm going to tell you about my hair. Oh my god, it's a story, darlings. It's a story. And then we're going to talk about manifestation, I promise. Okay, so after Sawyer passed, right? I really I moved with Jeffrey, Sean, and we had to move in with my parents. Jeffrey Sean almost passed twice. He was hospitalized. This was the summer. Sawyer died the end of June. On his autopsy, is that what you call it? When they do an autopsy, his death record and everything, it never actually says a date. It says around about. And it's because he, not to be morbid or anything, but I'm getting to the story. So, I always say, because I know, right? Because I talk to the dead, that I believe and know that he died around midnight on that Sunday, which was June 24th. But everyone else says his date of birth is like somewhere around the end of June. Because his autopsy says around or about, because he had decayed and he was in his, and this was in summertime, no air conditioner, do you understand? So it was really a morbid sight. And he had been in his home dead for nearly a week. Okay, and this is in the middle of summertime, so you can imagine. I don't know if you can imagine, but it was quite graphic. Okay, and anyway, what was my point? Dear Lord, what was my point? Oh, so when Jeffrey, Sean, and I moved in with my parents, like obviously we sold his home in Tampa, and we moved in with my parents, and that's how I ended up wanting to turn the little storage room that they used to have antiques in and store it, because this was called like Little Carter Village. It's a little village that my grandmother ran for, I don't know, 50 years. And so that was one of the cottages that stored all of the, the cottage furniture and everything. So I said, Daddy, can I, because it was just closed up, and it had been closed up for, I don't know, 7 years or something. And so one day I was doing dishes. I think I've told y'all this story before, but I was doing dishes and looking out. And this was like the first or second week I was here, and I collapsed on the back porch. Because I was washing dishes, and I was thinking what I wouldn't give. I'm never going to wash dishes that Sawyer dirtied up from supper or lunch or anything. Like it was just, it just flooded in, and it just hit me, and I just fell and collapsed out on the back patio, the terrace, and that's when Jeffrey came out and lifted me up and took me to the bedroom or whatever and just calmed me down. And because I needed to do something. I needed to do something with my hands because I'm an artist. And so anyway, long story short, which I don't know how to do, my darlings, is so I stopped going to stores. Like I didn't go anywhere for 2 years almost. I didn't even go to like the local little gas station or anything. I just became a hermit. Like I didn't want to go into public. I just didn't. And if I did go, I stayed in the car. I just didn't want to go. I just couldn't do it. And I had tried a couple of times. And I went to the post office one time, and a lady was there, lovely little lady, and she had 4 children. And she had 2 little boys that were running around in the post office lobby. And I could barely hold myself together because what I wouldn't give for, little kids running amok and getting, messing with the envelopes and everything. And their mommy's like, darling, come over here. And it was just so traumatic for me. And I couldn't watch her. I was almost angry inside because I'm like, she doesn't even understand how blessed she is that she gets to raise these little children. And gosh, it still still makes me dewy-eyed. But anyway, so yeah, I never went to Target. And I went to Target yesterday. And I just walked in the store, and because Target's like 25 miles from here, okay? Do you understand? It's not like a hop and a skip. And are you guys telling stuff like a lady from the east end of London? Oh, um, yeah. So anyway, I just was like, why am I here at the store? Because I thought, you know, usually they have the really cute little bins and stuff at the very beginning of the store where you can purchase like $1 to $5 pound or dollar items. And I just was like, not amused at all. I'm like, I have so outgrown even Target. You know what I mean? I hadn't been to Target in 6 years. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? But anyway. So, oh, now, do you want me to tell you about my hair story? Look at this. No, this is not my natural color. I dyed it, and I'm mortified. I'm absolutely mortified. But, I mean, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I Googled something, and it said, oh, you could purchase this oops stuff. I mean, because I'm a redhead, okay? Oh, my God, it's so bad. But, you know, I've lost the will nor desire to worry about such things. You know, when it comes to like what I always tell Jeffrey, I tell Jeffrey Sean, listen, when something runs amok or we've got a skittle of fish of something, and things are going awry, I always say, you know what? It's not like my son was murdered, so anything I can handle it. I'm not going to say, oh, it can't get worse than this. Oh yeah, it can. Oh yeah, it can. It can get worse. So I'm like, if this is all I have to worry about in my latter years, you know what I mean, in my winter years, then I'm completely and perfectly fine. But anyway, yeah, I thought, oh, I'm going to do a little freshen up because of my gray. Oh my word. And so I got this color, and oh my God, it's I was shocked. I was like, oh no. I don't know what I was thinking. Jeffrey's like, yeah, it'll fade out. No worries, babe. No worries. And I'm just like, oh, I'm just going to wear my hat still. Anyway, I'd always do. And my hair's pulled up. So it's not like it's not, it's fine. It's fine. Really. Okay, let's see what you're saying. Your hair looks great. Oh, you're so sweet, Marisol. Thank you. Boo, Mona, you haven't been either for 15 years. Stretch my legs working. So, yeah. So, oh, you're a traveler, are you? Yeah, I mean, my hair is very healthy, but I mean, because I'm trying to get it back to, you know, just virgin hair. You know, because I don't blow dry it. I wash it once a month. I do the whole Victorian thing, and I've been doing that probably a year and a half. And yes, my hair smells beautiful. It smells like lavender, actually. Oh, thank you, thank you. But my hair has grown. I will not go to Target for a year. I can't anymore. It's too tempting not to buy. So yeah. Oh my God. That's so funny. So what else are you doing? What are y'all doing for tonight? We're going to go have a bite of eat. Bite of eat? Yeah, a bite of eat, Raquel. We're going to have a bite of eat. I don't know what's wrong with me. Have I lost the plot? Yeah. Are you darlings going and doing anything on a Friday? I know Marisol and them said that they were going to watch Big Brother. So what is Big Brother? Isn't it like a weight loss show, I thought? Big Brother? Is that like a weight loss show? What is Big Brother? Someone tell me what it is. You had a bite to eat earlier, did you? So I was gathering up things, a reality show. It is? What's it about? Brothers? I mean, is that what it's about? It's brothers that get on a reality show? Oh, fun, Kim. Chinese takeaway. Oh, I love it. I love it. I like the beef and broccoli. And oh my God, I love some egg rolls. So is the reality show The Big Brother, is it a bunch of brothers or something? Oh, thank you, darling. Thank you. Okay. So we're going to talk about, did y'all like the live yesterday? No, it's just different people. Why is it called Big Brother though? I don't understand. Big Brother. I know I've seen advertisements about that before, but I don't recall what it's about. I haven't seen it in a long time. The term Big Brother is referring to the cameras in the house. What? I'm sorry, I don't follow. Oh, as if someone's like a big brother's watching over you? Is that what you mean, darling? Oh, you're having a night shift. You can't go out. So you can't go out. Okay, Theo. Well, I'm glad you're having tea with us. People from different backgrounds live in a house together being filmed. Yeah, but what do you do? Like, do you win money? Or like, what's the point of it? I don't understand. Is a social experiment with loads of strangers living together with tasks set to win a prize at the end. Basically, you're watched 24 hours a day, or 24 hours. Oh my God, that sounds dreadful. Is watching you. That's what they say because a camera is always watching. Oh, well, are you going to do naughty things or something when the camera's not watching or something? I found the passion tea that I love and have been making my own veggies juice. Oh, good, good, good. I'm so excited, darling. Lots of drama. Oh, is it? It's loads of drama, is it? A lot of money. It's pretty fun to watch. Oh my God. You guys are hysterical. Okay, so by a raise of hands. No, you don't have to do a raise of hands. But let's do like an emoji or something, my darlings. How many of you do like literally manifest that's a part of your life? I'm assuming every single one of you. It's in the summer in America. Oh, okay. You mean the Big Brother show? They just like to watch each other, like to each other and make alliances. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Oh, I do answer comments. Google Chrome, Google Chrome, Google Chrome. What? Darling, change your handle. What is that about? Google Chrome. I don't understand. Give me a name, darling. Toronto. Hello, Howard. I've just come back. You were waffling on. Yeah, I'm going to continue to waffle on, darling. I told you, I love to waffle. I love to prattle. That's your fault. You shouldn't have waffled on and left and then come back. Was I a bit naughty? My son is upstairs watching on the tablet. He's a big fan. Can you shout out his band? Oh my God, yes. Tell me what the band is and what's your son's name? Oh, Theo. Okay, so the producers are hoping that you do naughty things. Oh my God, that sounds wretched. I'd like more information on the manifesting my dreams. Okay, Marisol, that sounds lovely. His band is called Mud the Farkas. Mud the Farkas. I love it. I love it. Obviously, you know, Sawyer he wasn't in a band, but he was a rap singer. And he had just nearly, before he passed, was signed with someone nearly. But to no avail. but he was such a good writer, you know. Can't remember what his, he had several group names. I can't remember though. You know how like you go Google Chrome, you know how like, I'm sure your son's this way too as well, is that, you know, they'll change from one band name and then it becomes something else and then it's something else. They're constantly always changing. You said a naughty word. You said a naughty word. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, Raquel Graham. We have the same name and it's spelled exactly the same. Isn't that lovely? You know what I want to know? Is Raquel a popular? I know it's a popular name, like in Spain, but in New Zealand, is it popular as well? Mud in the focus. It's a naughty word. Are you being a prat? Are you being a prat? Hi, lovely aunts. Hello, darling. You are Kevin 23. Okay. No, it is not. It's not a popular name. Okay. You love my garden. Thank you. Mud in the fox. You're terrible, Google Chrome. You're terrible. Okay, so we're going to talk about manifesting and wavering, okay? So I didn't get any emojis. Like, what's going on here? Let's see. Can you give me let's do a red rose since we've got that one. How many people manifest or you're currently manifesting something right now? So let's do a red rose. Can I do a red rose? I don't know. Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so you're currently manifesting. Okay. I want to talk about like when we're manifesting. Thank you, darlings. Thank you for doing that. Okay. So when we're manifesting, obviously we think differently than the natural world, don't we? When we're manifesting something. And many times people have different distinguished definitions or let's see, like the way that they manifest. And I think that there's been so much of it, especially like on YouTube and stuff, and it became very, very popular, you know. But if you've been around for a while, you know that there's these particular teachers that are really, really popular. Like I would say Abe, like Abraham Hicks, that's the first person that I was, oh, thank you, darlings, thank you, that I was basically understood about manifesting. But I must confess that I was a bit, pardon me, I was a bit leery about manifesting and how it was portrayed, because obviously I had come from religion. I was still in religion at the time when I began to started venturing off into the manifesting world. So what happens when, this is from my experience, but I'm assuming because I've coached many, many people, women especially, that because we come from an upbringing, I'm not saying that everyone does, but loads of women that are seeking manifestation as a way to change their life or bring something in that has been a struggle in their lives prior, you know, being in religion, we sort of transition over to the manifesting. But what happens is, and what I've noticed from repeated, myself included, because I was basically the guinea pig and I wanted to understand what was wrong with why I couldn't manifest, although I was learning all of these tactics and these techniques. But I still wasn't able to make the transition because it seemed still difficult. If this is making any sense, tell me. Because I still had that imprint of believing in religion. So the thing that I was trying to change was not a psychological thing. It wasn't a subconscious thing. And so I was not able to understand and make the shift. I'm speaking from my personal experience, but I know many women struggle with this, okay? And I'm just saying women because my darlings, ladies are my demographic, do you understand? But I understand that there's men that watch this as well. But so anyway, when I couldn't make that transition and understand like, okay, I get this and I could take it in like piecemeal, you know, but it still was a struggle for me when I would try to manifest these other things, when it seemed like big things, which I know now there's no such thing as big things. There might be more complex things, but it doesn't mean necessarily they're harder or easier in regards to how the consciousness, the collective consciousness or God, source, universe works, right? But when you come from religion, you believe that to be so because we don't know how to make the jump to fill the gap from understanding that we are the gods of our reality rather than we start to place the manifestation on still an object, subjective person or an entity outside of ourselves, don't we? This is what I did. I still said, oh, well, the universe is going to give it to me. Rather than understanding, yeah, you can say that in terms of, oh, the universe, as a quote unquote. But what we're really meaning is ourselves are giving. It's our higher self. That's why I call it our mermaid inner being, which is the God aspect of us, okay? So in layman's terms, I'm trying to explain it from a narrative of like layman terms, mermaid terms, so that we can kind of I sort of say I had to dumb it down for myself to go, okay, I still don't understand this. Am I making any sense? I know that you guys understand me because I could never make the shift. I couldn't understand it. People would be like, oh, I manifested that. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I don't understand how they're able to do it. I couldn't get it. And so until I really started digging in, let me tell you, I was like a freaking investigator. I'm going to figure this out. And then when Sawyer passed, I was off and rolling, And but what I come to understand was that's because we don't know how to make the transition from, I thought that was a hole in my dress, but it's not. We don't know how to make the transition from believing that we are the ones that get to make the decision. We're the ones that get to manifest. We don't have to wait for someone outside of ourselves to manifest what we desire. Okay, so we're always still putting it into someone else's hands, so to speak, when we go, well, God, you can say God all you want. I do it still. God is going to give me this. But the God that I'm talking about, rather than the God that I used to talk about, was the God that I was talking about is someone just distracted me from, they were putting a terrible statement on my thing. I lost my train of thought. You're going to have to pick me back up. That can do that sometimes. Someone just, ripped me a new asshole. Okay. Where was I? I was hanging. Give me the last bit, darlings. What was I talking about? See, that was a prime example right there. Someone trying to mess with my energy. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, let's get back to it. So anyway, we can call the entity God or source or universe or the great creator, like I like to call it, or our mermaid inner being, because I always say, because it grounds it for me. It makes me remember, oh no, I am the one creating this. I am the one manifesting this. I don't need, no, and that's the beautiful thing, is that you receive your sovereignty back. You realize I'm in control of everything. My higher being is never going to lead me wrong because it's my higher being. It's me. And so that's why sometimes when we're manifesting, but we're putting our desire or what we want outside of ourselves, like saying, oh, this person, like my mom, I'm going to manifest this. And it has to do with like a family member or something, like I'm going to manifest this particular thing. And it has to do with a family member or something. What we tend to do as living in a 3D world, third dimensional, is we tend to want to put that and place it back on to someone else. Like, oh, my mom's going to change her mind because I'm going to get it this way. I'm going to manifest this. Well, you are really still manifesting, but we're also expecting that because it's this particular person, or say, for example, you want a house, or you want a vehicle, or you want something that is, maybe you want a good paying job or something. So most of the time, people that are in religion are coming to manifest and learning about it. They're still thinking, oh, well, I didn't get it because the bank didn't give me the loan, or I didn't get it because mom and dad decided they're not going to give it to me, or let's see, or that executive didn't hire me for that job. But what we have to understand is it never is about those other people. They have no control. But if we don't realize that we're the ones in control and in power, right? And it's not an egotistical power. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the non-ego aspect of ourselves. Because our ego still is going to want to fight, well, I'm getting this. I'm getting, how like you see some of these manifestors or these coaches, manifesting law of attraction coaches or law of assumption coaches. And it's almost as if they have this, this is where I think that they're flawed many times. And I'm not calling anyone specifically out, but you can just very clearly see it, that they have not, they have taken the short route, you know what I mean? Because if they don't get their desire, they think that everything is a reflection of them, which it is, but they tend to act like, I'm a master manifester and look at all this stuff I've manifested. But it's like they don't tell you the truth of like, oh, well, you have that many subscribers on YouTube because you bought them. Is that really manifesting, or is that, I could dig into my checkbook too? Or they have it for Instagram. It's like, well, I went viral. No, you actually didn't go viral. You actually bought your followers. So, but they want to look that way as if it's this squeaky clean, like, I did all of this. And it's like, yeah, you manifested a house, but you still got a mortgage. No, you didn't do anything spectacular. And then maybe that's really me being judgmental. Listen, I'm not perfect. But I don't like when they try and do that as if we, say, for example, if I was a paying customer and I'm like, hiring this coach to do this kind of thing. And they sit there and act as if they've accomplished everything. And it's like, nah, you didn't really. And now you're mad at me because it's not working. Like, you wanted the fast benefit of my money, but you don't want to give me, and you don't want to take time with me. So you're really not into it for me and changing women and helping women to manifest. You're actually in it for your own good, which is understandable. We're all selfish, okay? That's not a bad thing. But when you're trying to act as though you're helping women and you're helping people because you want to help them understand about manifestation, listen, there is a high caliber of me looking at people without this distinction of saying, nah, mm-mm. And that's why in our world, in our day and time right now, the age of Aquarius, that stuff doesn't work anymore. And people are just like dropping like flies off the internet because they can't sustain it. They didn't have it to begin with. So now when it's actually biting them in the ass, they can't handle it. So they start to lose their grip. You know what I mean? Like, screaming at their people on their lives, or telling them they're stupid and and I'm just like, God, you're so mean to people that like pays your mortgage every month. You know what I mean? It's like, how dare you? It's sort of like the celebrities when you see them and it's like, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, buy my stuff, and then they're mad at you if you don't buy it. And it's like, you're a terrible person. Why would I buy from you? Why would I support you? You know what I mean? Oh my God, I got on my little high horse there, didn't I? But anyway, okay, so let's get back to it. Y'all wanted a live, didn't you? Well, you're getting it. She is a live wire. Okay, so that's basically what it is. And the reason that, again, women struggle or anyone struggles with manifesting is because we have that religious thing, that Christianity thing of thinking outside of ourselves that, you know, if I'm good enough, God's going to give it to me. Or if I'm good enough, or I wait, you know, timing is everything. And yes, there is a gestation period, but it's not the way that people think it is. It's all in how much we believe. Hey, is it going to take me 5 years? It will probably take me, like, this is an example, right? I heard someone say the other day, it was actually a relative, and they were talking. Obviously, I didn't say anything. They don't believe in, pardon me, they don't believe in manifesting. But they were like, oh, yeah, God's going to give it to me, but it's probably going to take a decade. Well, what's going to happen to them? They're going to keep praying for a decade, and they're not going to get their manifestations or their prayer answered because they believe, their belief system tells them, oh, you got to wait 10 years to get this. And so this is not, no, it's not the problem, because we're all where we're supposed to be. This is the beauty of it, is that understanding that we have to get back to trusting ourselves, trusting that our inner being, our mermaid inner being, will never lead us. You know, say we're procrastinating and we're like, oh, I really know I need to do that particular thing, but I just keep putting it off. And understand that that's your higher self knowing. It's not bad that you're procrastinating. It's knowing that your higher self knows you and knows you're not equipped to that, because we don't often realize, oh, I put this, and you know how like Abe would talk about, we put all these different things in our vortex, and it's like, oh, well, I didn't want fame really fast because I wanted to be able to like envelop it and appreciate it as the progressive stages of it. I didn't want it all at once because I thought that, giving an example of myself, because I thought like if fame hits me too hard, I will lose my, the essence of being, you know, wholehearted and a good person. And that's just my belief. Now, maybe I need to change that, but I feel as though I would rather it be gradual, because I feel like my inner being knows what it's doing for me. I trust it. And this is what I want for you, is to trust your inner being, because we've so long, since we were little children, have not trusted our inner being. We just haven't. We've been taught to trust our mom and daddy, our grandparents, our pastors, the government, you know, the king, the royal family, the monarchy, the state legislatures. We've been taught, trust that coach. I don't even want you to trust me. Now, you will trust me if you trust yourself. You know, there's this essence of realizing, oh, all I have to do is trust myself and everything else works out, because I am everyone pushed out, like Neville talks about, you know, that you are the reflection of me. So if I'm seeing like someone with a bad comment, for example, I have to think, Raquel, you got some wiggle room in there you need to work on, right? Because if I'm everyone, why would I have received that? Yeah, so I'm always very clear to think about that. I try not to be too obsessive, because I am a human being. I'm a mermaid, but you know what I mean. Thank you for taking the comments away that are really unkind. Thank you very much, my darlings, that are working on that. So that is the big thing. And that's why I always talk about the subconscious beliefs and imprinting those into when you're sleeping. Okay. So again, if you want my subliminals, they're free. They're free subliminals. Okay. It's waves, and many of you already have them. And I hope that you're using them and doing them every single night. I know it seems monotonous, like, oh my God, I have to keep doing these things. Yes, because it takes a while sometimes for you to impress certain things. You probably can realize, oh, that was easy. I learned and realized I've changed in that area since listening to the subliminals. But there's some areas that you're like, yeah, I still need to work on that one. Or this one's giving me a go over here. That means it's starting to penetrate that new belief. And so sometimes they might, I'm still working on ones that I've been working on for 5 years. Come on, let's get it straight. I am a work in progress. And I think us understanding that we're all a work in progress, and we don't have to get it done. We don't have to get life done. Like, okay, now it's perfect, because it's never going to be. That's not how human beings are made. Sometimes it's really, really messy. Sometimes it's well put together. Sometimes you've accomplished great things. Sometimes you're in the shitter. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're in the valley and you're in the peak, and sometimes you're on the hilltop, on the mountaintop. So let's remember that, you know what? Every place that we're at is okay. I'm looking over there because my little bunny's sitting on the little chair, and he's so cute. I love him. And I love you too, my darlings. Do you have any questions? Okay, so, but I wanted to plug my little book. Is that okay? Because this is the second year that it's out. And, you know, we are getting near Christmas time. And so I think it's like $12 on the Amazon. And this is based on my real story about how I wanted 2 more little bunnies for, because this is Buckaroo right here. He passed. He's at the taxidermy. Remember I told y'all that? He's been there for like close to 6 months already. It takes a while. But anyway, and then there's Oliver Twisty Topsy. He's already been taxidermied. He's in the cottage in a little cloche. And then this one is Chappie, and he's right there. So he's still alive. But anyway, this is about, it's the tale of the Christmas bunnies. And it's about my 3 little bunnies and Mrs. Threadgood. Remember I told y'all that I'm going to have a tea room. I've got a tea room coming, and it's called Mrs. Threadgood's English Tea Room. And so it's based on, yes, it's from Fried Green Tomatoes. And Mrs. Threadgood lives with her little husband, and she tends the tea room. She works at the little tea room in the village. And see, this is her. And this is, I mean, yeah, it's basically, it's sort of about me, but it's about wishes coming true. And I manifested literally those 2 bunnies. And this is the story of it. So, you know, and this is the inside of the cottage. I mean, that's me. I look more like a little girl there, but you see there. And there's Oliver. See him? And there's the little fireplace. You've seen that. The little stove, the wood-burning stove in the cottage. And that's me in my little blue dress. Do you remember I used to wear the blue dress? It's just like this one, but it's blue, like a chambray color. And anyway, this is a really cute little stocking stuffer. You know, it's about little Miss Threadgood, and she's cleaning her little cottage. And she makes a wish. She finds a little peddler's lamp, which was Zoe Kennedy's little peddler's lamp, which is true. Zoe Kennedy gave me a peddler's lamp, but we made it into, you know, she found the peddler's lamp under the oilcloth in her cottage. And then, you know, she's like, oh my. See here? She finds it. Oh, dear me. And so she makes a wish. And this is a beautiful story. I always say it's from 0 to 99 because it's really quite charming. And then they roast apples at the end. And they all do dance a jig to Mr. Threadgood's pipe. And it's a lovely little story. See? And I did it for the Americans and for the English. You see the little Union Jack? Isn't that charming? It's so sweet for the Christmas time. I love it. Anyway, you know, no, it's not coming from, you know, a big publishing publishing house or anything of that nature. But you know what? It came from my heart, just like my other little storybooks. And I just thought this would be a cute little stocking stuffer. And yeah, I think it's really, really quite charming. And I also have like from England, I have I have 4 sets of the teapots that has this little on here with the little the tale of the Christmas bunnies and the little teacups and saucers and everything. So I don't know if you're like, oh, who should I get a gift for? You know, little children or something. This is I'll put the link in the bottom if you want me to in the section below. In the description. Yeah, I can't think of it. Oh my God, what's wrong with me? Where do you access your subliminals? Okay, Ray, send me an email, okay? I'll put it in it's always in my descriptions on my videos. If you look down, you'll see email. You'll see where to email me. It's Raquel at raquelcarter.com. It's really easy to remember, but I'll put it in the description as well. And there's links all in there for everything. And I'll send it to you. It's free. I'll tell you exactly what to do. And it's free, and you just, and then if you go on my videos and if you go on my blog, because my blog has loads of things that we talk about all the time, but it's in written form so that you can remember it or go back to it and like, oh, this is some of the things that happen when I'm learning about all of the subliminals, and why am I starting to have like anxiety when I don't want to listen to the subliminals, and what's happening here, and you're pulling your earbuds out. I know it sounds dramatic, but this is what happens when you first start, and everyone knows this that's been doing the subliminals, is that you go through that phase of, I hate these things, you know what I mean? But it's because it's trying to rewire your subconscious mind, and the ego's conscious part of your brain is saying, no, even though it's really good for us, you know. So it's not like, you know, subliminals, obviously I'm not going to tell you what the subliminals are because it's a trademarked thing, but it's a trusting thing, you know what I'm saying? It's all only for beautiful ways to heal your entire chakra system. And so, I mean, I spent a decade working on this, so obviously there's been people that have tried to thieve my subliminals, and so obviously that is a thing. It's basically an honesty and a trusting thing that you know, you have to follow your heart. You know, I would never ever do anything that would not uplift someone, but the subliminals really I go into fine, like, psychological detail to be able to help transition all of those beliefs and the things that, you know, whether or not you grew up in a, you know, abusive childhood, or a problematic, or you had mothering issues or fathering wounds and all of that. So I really went detail into this. Like I said, it took me 11 years to fine tune this. And so I've been working on it behind the scenes for a very long time, but I know that it works. I mean, myself and my husband, prime example that it's worked. So, yeah, it's a beautiful system. There's nothing like it in the world. There's nothing like it. And I know it was God sent, you know. I know it was God sent, because if so many people can get their hands on this and do the work, actually do the work, because you've got to listen to it. You've got to work through things when they, you know, purge and rise to the surface. But you're going to be like an entirely different person. You just absolutely will. People said to me the other day, who was it? It was like a family member I had not seen for quite some time, a couple of years. They were like, I don't even recognize you, Raquel. It probably had something to do with my accent, but anyway, but everyone's been so lovely with it. You know what I mean? Like, because I also manifested that, like, everyone's going to just adore me regardless, whatever. But anyway, so let's get to questions, should we? What time is it? Okay, it's nearly been an hour. Okay. Is that what I wanted to talk about? I think I took care of all my things, darlings. Oh, yes, Theo, thank you so much. It is made with loads of love. Thank you, Ray. Thank you. I'll look forward to getting your email. Okay, darling? Yes, Theo, the first days of listening was a little bit frightening. I know, isn't it? It's like someone said to me, what do you have in these things? I was like, no. You have to understand. I was so irritated. One day I woke up and my headband, you know, was clear across the room. I had flung it off in the night and I couldn't understand. I'm like, where did it go? Where did it go? And I'm like, why would I do that? You do these crazy things. And I'm like, what's happening? But I knew it was working, because I could tell just by my daily life. It's like, I remember I couldn't stand that one girl when I'd see her on Instagram. And I'm like, it didn't even faze me. Like, I didn't even care anymore, you know? So I knew that it was working, and I was like, I think I'm onto something. Yeah, but oh, I'm so happy about that. That makes me so excited. Oh, I'm so happy for you, Ray. I'm so happy for you. Yes, isn't it fun? We're like this little teeny society, this little teeny group of people. I just think it's so wonderful. And I can't wait until we have the little Carter settlement, you know, where all the little cottages, the little stone cottages, and they've got the little thatching roofs, and we've got the beautiful little water gardens, and the runner ducks, and the sheep, and the tea room, and y'all could come and have tea at the tea room. It's going to be all very much Elizabeth Robbins, and, you know, obviously it's going to have, you know, the Queen and everything about England. So it's going to be so lovely. And you can go in the little, you know, the little general store, the Carter General Store, the Mercantile, and purchase little fun things. Oh, you're welcome, darling. Yeah. Oh, you do like the live streams? Do you like them? I didn't want to be too pushy, like, oh my God, do they want to watch me again? I don't, not watch me, but you know what I'm saying? That sounded kind of egotistical, didn't it? Like, oh, you think you're so great. No, that's not what I mean. But I think I'm gonna have to do something with his lighting. Is that aggravating, you know, with the shadowy thing there? It's just, it bothers me a little bit, because maybe it's because I can't see so much. Is that what it is? Should I move that around? I don't know. It's turned me a bit out of joint, you know what I mean? Let's see if I can read it again. Let's see, because I'm going to love you and leave you, darlings. Oh, what is it called, love? Okay, it's called The Tale of the Christmas Bunnies. Isn't that so charming? Yeah, The Tale of the Christmas Bunnies. And these are my little bunnies. This is Buckaroo. And like I said, he's at the little taxidermy. He died of natural causes, but he had to be put down by the veterinarian because he had some kind of illness. I guess he had come with it. And these two were little brothers. And but this is Chappie right here, and Chappie's right here by me, sitting next to me. He's sleeping. I don't want to disturb him. And this was my original, Oliver Twisty Topsy. And this was my very first bunny that I manifested after I left and divorced my ex, the old sod is what I call him, my ex ill-suited mate. And so I was never able to have, you know, I know that sounds really weird, like, oh, I wasn't allowed to have a pet or an animal. Or I couldn't have this, you know, I had to dress a certain way. And I know y'all think that sounds really ludicrous, but when you're in religion that's very, very controlling, and, you know, I came from a very controlling childhood. I came from a very sheltered childhood, and y'all know this, and I talked to you about the channeling, right? So, I mean, can you imagine? I'm considered like, she's a witch. I mean, I would use essential oils and they called me a witch. Yeah, they still do to this day. But I never even talk to those family members because it's like, it's neither here nor there. You know what I mean? I don't really care anymore. Listen, I'm 53 years old and I don't have time for your nonsense on stilts. I can tell you right now, if you're not going to play, then I don't have anything to do with you. And plus, I'm a Pisces. You know how we are. We're not confrontational, but we will write you off like cold fish. You know what I mean? Like, you can just forget it, that you ever knew us, because we will consider you dead. Let's see. Love the live streams. Thank you, Theo. Thank you. You're having tea, are you? Are you having coffee? Which one are you having, darling? Thank you so much. Oh, Lori, you're so sweet, darling. Yeah, it's sold, Ray, it's sold on Amazon, darling. Yeah, all my books are sold on Amazon. And if you go to my blog as well, raquelcarter.com, you can see it on the little side panel, and it'll say my books. I think it says my books, yeah. And hello, Charlotte. How are you, Charlotte? Where you been, girl? Yes, I try. Well, I do always have a really hyper. I'm quite a hyper person, you know. I'm very, very, very take joy. Let me tell you. And people don't. isn't it funny though? Because people don't get that. Normally they think that I'm a very solemn, serious person because I am very much that Pisces sun, you know, where it's like I'm really lively and then I'm very solemn and quiet and stay at the back of the room and don't say a word, you know. We're so different. But Jeffrey Sean told me the other day, he's like, you should really do your lives and just be yourself, darling, because you're so funny for one thing, and you're just so lively to watch and listen. And I was like, yeah, but that's because you love me and you're married to me. I don't think these people will too much appreciate that. They'll be like, click off. Oh my God. But you know what? I should be more myself, shouldn't I? Yeah, I'm a bit of a um I'm a very much a busy bee. Yes. I've got to go and work in the chicken coop today. Oh my God, I've got to shovel crap. Okay? Chicken poop. I mean, chickens are so funny. They are so cute. My little ladies are so darling. And yes, because I'm writing one little story. I've got 3 stories going. Okay, I've got Deceit and Dissension, which is my British novel. It's sort of like, if you like Pride and Prejudice, you're going to go bonkers over this one. I'm on chapter 8. I mean, obviously, this is the rough draft, okay? But if I was wanting to read a British novel, like a love story, oh my God, I would just be like, I mean, I was reading it to Jeffrey, the rough draft, and I was like, don't you want the next chapter? Oh my God, don't you want the next chapter? I mean, it's so good. And it's called Deceit and Dissension. And yeah, it's based in Staffordshire and portions of Sussex and Stratford upon Avon. Yeah, so but mainly in Staffordshire. And there's a castle there, Eccleshall Castle. And so there's many real sites that I probably should do a blog post about that. That would be sort of interesting, wouldn't it? About all of the actual places of where my books take place, you know, or the you know, the plots and the scenes and everything. But yeah, so I'm excited about that. But then the other little one that I was talking about is called The Tale of Henny Penny Goody Two Shoes, and it's about like our perception of people, and they do certain things and you're thinking like, why are they doing that? And then actually you come to learn that they really had good intentions at the end. And this is based on one of my stories, but it's about little chickens, you know. And it's sort of like, it's very much like Beatrix Potter, you know. She wears little stockings and she wears little bifocals or little glasses and a little apron, but she's a chicken, you know. And then there's The Tale of Amber Pony. That one's a really cute one coming along. And anyway, I have like, I don't know, 25 or 26, but the 3 or 4 that I have that are ongoing that I've already started, you know. I've got a premise basically. All right, I'll let y'all go because I know I'm wearing your ears thin. Okay, darlings. Oh, you're so sweet. But anyway, so yeah, I will love you and leave you. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section. And we will do lives more. If you like the lives, I will do the lives. Because I really would like to help, you know, if you have any questions or something, it's really nice to be able to say, oh, I want to ask a question right straight away, you know. And then I answer it after I go around the story like 50 times, you know what I mean? Oh my God. I know you appreciate me though, right? What does that say? I'm having coffee with cookie. Oh my God, what kind of cookie? Aw, thanks, Charlotte. Thank you. All right, my darlings, I'm going to let you go, okay? That's what the Southerners say. I'm going to let you go. Like you're doing them a favor. You know what I mean? But I always say, I'm going to love you and leave you. Oh, thank you, Ray. Thank you. Okay, so I'll post that, the link to my book for the Amazon, and I'll post my blog as well too, because, you know, there's no ads on my blog. I always do it because I want it to remain old school. Like, did you used to like blogs back in the day? If you used to read and stuff, if you're like an avid reader, I wanted to keep the aesthetic of the old blogs, the way that they used to be, with no ads, and it feels very familiar, and you're like, oh, I know Raquel, I know Razzie, like, this is her, this is where you can find me. And obviously I do a few things, you know, here and there on the Instagram, and I'm always toiling around with that app. It's like an addiction. Like, I love to hate it. You know what I mean? Like, I can't figure it out. And I've always been trying, but you know what? I'm just like, I'm just going to post what I love, and who gives a crap anymore? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to stress myself out about the Instagram. It's ridiculous. So, but I just love to go over there and do the little stories, you know, and like pop on and stuff. And it's really, really fun. If something comes to my, you know, I think about something, or, you know, I'm digging in the garden, and I'm like, oh, look, when you want to see this pretty flower and this rose bloomed. That's what I do over there. So anyway, if you want to follow me, we'll be friends over there as well, if you're on the Instagram. So I love you, darlings. Thank you so much for always being so lovely to me. You're always so kind. This is did you hear the cats? The little colony. You remember I've got literally 11 cats. There's a little colony. Now only 3 of them live in the cottage though with me and Jeffrey Sean. So, but the colony is the ones that I've taken care of, and I feed them every day, and you know, I had all of them fixed at the vet, and, you know, I give them essential oils and do the little flea treatments and everything monthly. And so they have a little happy life. They're really cute. You know, I've never been able to pick one up or anything, but they let me pet them and stuff. And they're sweet. You've seen them on my Instagram, I'm sure, on my stories and stuff. All right. I love you, darlings. I hope that you have a lovely weekend. Okay, and then we'll talk on Monday, and let's see what everyone got up to. Should we do that? Would that be fun? And I want to hear about your manifestations. Wouldn't that be fun? Let's share manifestation stories. Like, I manifested this or that. Wouldn't that be so fun? So should we do that, like, on the Instagram or something? We need to call it something, you know, something mermaidish. So if you think of something, go to the Instagram. Well, my handle is Raquel Margaret Carter, and we can think of like a name, you know, like, I don't know, like mermaid message in a bottle, or mermaid manifestation. I don't know. We need to think of something really, really cute, right? All right, my darlings, I love you. I love you. Toodle pip. Goodbye, darlings.